Whoa, what's up? Today's video is on Bill Maher again, but it's not a versus, it's a fucking allied with. This dude on the screen name is fucking Hakeem Jeffries from New York. And if you know this motherfucker, you should know he's a total sellout. See, the whole time what Bill Maher did to him is pander towards him like, oh, you're an Obama type, this, that, and the third. Cause I ain't gonna play the whole lame, boring ass interview where he stood up for everybody, talked about maintaining the middle class and everything else. But when asked about reparations, he couldn't even say that he flat out supported. He gonna talk about the old dusty ass plans they been had on the table, just like Bernie Sanders, goddamn it. But when it came to the Mueller report and investigating shit like that, he was like, I support this shit to investigate this part of the Mueller report and we gonna get that shit and all of that bullshit. See, because that exposed who he really for, Democrat over black. But let's press play on what Bill Maher asked him and his response to the bullshit.
Okay. So Marianne Williamson is on the show here tonight. She was in the debate and she called for $200 to $500 billion in reparations.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What about that issue? Is it a realistic issue? I mean, I don't think any right-thinking person thinks there's not justification for it. But where's the, as a
Motherfucker said, is it a realistic issue? Y'all, they still don't get that, the Democrats. They don't get that this is a realistic issue, that black people are not going to vote for you. So you can come out with your little Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris plans that never get nowhere, based on politics, based on political history, plans that never get no fucking well for black people. You could keep thinking that bullshit gonna get y'all to vote, but it's not, and y'all know it's not. Black people ain't having that bullshit no more. We not falling for your dumbass boogeyman tactic. Oh, it's Trump. He's so racist. You heard the racist thing he said today? We not falling for that bullshit, goddamn it. We don't give a fuck about that. And we not falling for your dumbass plan. The plan to do this, the plan to do that. Fuck all of that. Pay us now, goddamn it. Let's press play.
practical Obama kind of guy? Centrist left.
Yeah.
What's your...
Y'all heard that? Obama kind of guy. See, before he give it to, he softening his ass up. Oh, you a Obama type, you know? You surely is a coon ass motherfucker just like Obama. Let's press play.
view on that?
Well, you know, the House Judiciary Committee has legislation, H.R. 40, which is supported by the Congressional Black Caucus, supported by Speaker Pelosi, supported by Chairman Jerry Nadler, that would create, for the first time in...
Stop right there. See? He ain't even flat out say he supported. He said it's supported by Pelosi and all of these motherfuckers. The question was about how the fuck you felt about it, but it's time to dodge around it like a politician that you fucking are. But let us ask about gays or something. I'm for it. How about the Jews? I'm for it. Ain't nothing about to happen to the Jews, but black people, Pelosi and them was for you did all the HR old ass 40 that been sitting around for 30 years. We don't give a fuck about no shit to talk about some shit. Let's press play.
American history, a commission to actually study the issue, the legacy of slavery, the implications and the devastation that it has wrought for African Americans in the country, and then make recommendations as to how you repair the damage. I think...
Oh, first time I heard that one. Not only, we already heard that HR 40 is just to... For the first time in American history, they be thinking that they got you with that bullshit. For the first time in American history, boy, I don't give a fuck about the first time in American history, goddammit. They gonna have a discussion about it. That's how far along in history America is. For the first time in history, you motherfuckers gonna have a discussion about something. Now, that ain't the part that surprised me or the part that I said I heard for the first time. The first time was the part when he said make recommendations. Damn, not only is this a talk about some shit, study some bullshit, but after that, they gonna recommend some shit. I recommend you give them this plan. Let's see if that plan, see what it is? More plans. That's all it's gonna add up to. I recommend this plan for schooling. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. See? See? But see, that's why I tell y'all, voting locally don't mean shit, cause all you doing is voting for the next him, the next Barack Obama type, the next fucking coon type, talking about vote locally. Look at a nigga suspect with that vote locally shit too. You voting for the next American Idol, goddamn it. Let's keep going.
That's an appropriate place to start.
We're still studying it.
We're still studying it, but listen,
studying everything.
We 400 years actually to the month. The first Africans were brought to this country,
1619, right.
August of 1619. Seems like the least that we can do is pass this legislation.
See? That's the problem with America. Y'all always think you should give people the least, goddammit, the minimum, the fucking, what's a minimum wage, because the business ain't gonna give you what you deserve. They gonna give you the minimum they could fucking pay you. $10, $7, wherever the fuck you at. They gonna give you the minimum, not what you deserve. And just like him, the politicians, the at least we could do is talk about it. And you supposedly, well, you look like your skin got some black in it, or no telling what the fuck you really is. Talking about some goddamn at least we could do. The least? Fuck the least y'all could do. This fucking country has been exploiting and murdering and killing and raping black people longer than its fucking existence, goddammit. This is fact. But you talking about the least they could do is talk about some shit. Even Bill Maher had to say, y'all still studying shit? We still talking about shit? See? More bullshit, because he not for you. But when you ask him about some shit with Trump, oh, we got to impeach him for this bill to impeach him, let's just play it. Because I wasn't even going to play even further with this bullshit. Let's just go further with him.
Study the issue and finally figure out how to repair the damage.
But what if it says...
My bad.
What if it says, I'm just guessing, African Americans got a terrible deal in this country, and they should get some money? Then what?
Well, I think, listen, whatever case is made for reparations, and reparations can involve a variety of different things, then that's important. It wouldn't be uncommon in American history. Obviously, there were reparations that were paid to those victims of Japanese internment, as an example. And slavery was the original sin here in the United States of America.
Oh, and Indian genocide. Let's not leave that out.
And Indian genocide, of course.
So, final question.
Let's start right there with this fake motherfucker right here, bro. Y'all see how phony he is? The dude said, now what if after the study they say you need to pay people? Why the fuck he ain't said, well, you pay him? Not him. He said, well, you think about how you repair things and you come up with recommendations and think about how you do it. He didn't say you fucking pay people. You see what I'm saying? He didn't say you pay the people the money based on what the fuck you just studied, how it made the fucking racial wealth gap, this, that, and the third. You pay him. He couldn't say that. He said, well, reparations come in all kind of forms. That way they can say education and healthcare and all of the regular bullshit they've been dancing around your fucking reparations with. See? He's one of them. But you want to vote locally? The next American Idol, huh? Y'all gonna vote locally and shit. Man, get your stupid ass out of here. See? And if you live in New York with Jeffries, old fake ass, please go write him or something. Man, say you went out there and sold us out. You went to California and bitched up on Bill Maher fucking show. Let's play a little bit more. I don't even think it's about reparations. Let's see if he exposes himself. See what the next, let's see how his stance is on the next question, the final question, as Bill Maher said.
And now I see Trump is actually quoting me, not by name. He calls me a third-rate comedian. And he said, quite a respected comedian. So I'm a third-rate respected comedian who says if he loses, he's not leaving. What do you think?
Well, I think we have to defeat him decisively. And if we defeat him decisively, he'll have no choice but to leave. He'll be illegitimate.
Really?
I think so.
Donald Trump?
Well, at the end of the day,
it's rigged.
He's going to argue that it's rigged.
Yes.
He would have argued that Democrats really didn't take back control of the House of Representatives had we not won decisively.
Yeah, fuck Jeffries. Y'all see that? He even give an argument for the Trump side and shit about if he don't want to leave, what he could do and shit. But he can't even stand up and say y'all need to pay blacks or how they need to. He ain't even give examples on how they need to pay us and shit or how they can pay us. But he can give examples on what Trump could do to stay in. He could say that it's illegitimate. How Democrats didn't really win the House. Look, coming up with other arguments, but he couldn't do that about slavery or reparations or nothing. Voting for the next motherfucking American Idol. Whenever somebody tell you vote locally, you're voting for the next Hakeem, the next fucking sellout. This ain't coming to America. This ain't that Hakeem. Fuck, I'll vote for him. Goddamn, y'all saw how Zamunda looked around that motherfucker. You dig? The citizens and shit was happy to see them niggas and shit. Fuck wrong with this dude sellout ass, man. Once again, y'all holla at me.